Hola amigos, bien o no, saludos otra vez desde Medellín. Hoy tenemos dos parábolas, look and see, mirar y ver. Estas parábolas tienen casi el mismo significado, pero se usan muy diferente. That's our theme for today. Okay, so look, see, and as we'll explain, perhaps a little bit to listen, but look and see. So really very, very similar words. If we look this in the dictionary, to look, to use one's sight, or to turn one's eyes in some direction, to focus on something. We look at what it means for see, to see, to discern by the use of the eyes, to observe, to look at. So very nearly the same definition, but as we show with a few examples, should be a bit clearer how we use them differently. Yeah. So I can say, I'm looking out the window. I'm looking out the window because that's what I'm doing. I'm turning my attention to things I can see outside the window, through the window. I'm looking out the window. If I was to say I see out the window, yeah, I could say that because it's possible, because the window's transparent, it lets me see through it, but really what I'm doing, I'm looking out the window. And you could ask me, do you see the sea? In a sense, the sea is la mar, el mar. So we say, do you see the sea? This is to show you that they sound the same. The sea and the sea. So to look is really when you're turning your attention to something. To see is your ability to do it, your ability to perceive it. And there are lots of ways we use, particularly to look. It's quite a useful word. Let's give you another example. The waiter gave me a funny look when I complained. So a funny look is when someone looks at you strangely. It could be in an upset kind of way, a very puzzled kind of way. What do you mean? I don't understand. Or it could be rude. Anything that you feel when you're looking, someone looks at you and you think, oh, I don't know about that. That's a strange. A funny look. We say a funny look, which is how you appear. Yeah. I'm looking for Bob. Have you seen him? I'm looking for Bob. Have you seen him? Now notice we can't say that the other way around. I can't say, I'm seeing for Bob. Have you looked him? We can't say that. If I was seeing for Bob, it means that Bob can't see at all, and I'm using my sight to guide him. But in this sense, I'm looking for Bob, so my attention is focused. I'm trying to find Bob, basically. And I'm asking, have you seen him? It's like, yes, I have seen him. Yeah. Look, he's over there, talking to Susan. But I wouldn't say, see, he's over there, talking to Susan. Could say it, because I'm drawing your attention to it, but really I should say, look, he's over there, talking to Susan. And then I would say, oh yes, I see him now. I see him now, because now I can perceive him. My sight picks him up. Yes, I can see him now. Yeah? Have you found the book? No, I'm still looking. I'm still looking. So in this sense, looking is like searching. And we're asking, did you find it? Have you found the thing you were looking for? No, I'm still looking. I'm still looking. Let's give a different example. Now, other one that gets a bit confused is to look, see, or in some cases also to watch. So apart from being your watch, to watch something is to really to look at it for a longer period. So I'm watching television. I can look at the television because there it is in the corner of the room. I can see it because I can perceive it. I'm looking at it, but I'm not watching it at the moment. Perhaps because it's not on, I'm not really paying attention to it. But once I'm sat watching it, like I say, I'm watching television because it's something, it's like I'm looking at it for a long time. Something's happening. Yeah. I'm watching the people on the street. So I'm looking out the window and I'm watching the people on the street. I could say I'm looking at the people on the street because that's who and I can see the people on the street. But because it's like more of an active sense, you know, I'm watching them because I'm looking for something specific. Yeah. I see Bob. Perhaps I was looking for Bob. I see Bob. He's parking his car. Look, Bob is looking at us. He's looking up at us. Bob is looking at us. Wave hello. Hello, Bob. Because he's looking. You can see that he's looking at us. Yeah. Now, another way we use look is something which again is really drawing our attention to something, but it's got nothing to do with sight. In this sense, it's really sound. We're asking someone to pay attention. So I could say, if I'm talking to Bob, look, Bob, I see what you're saying, but I don't agree. So, look, Bob, so I'm drawing his attention to something I want to tell him. I see what you're saying. Now, in this sense, when I say see, it's like I perceive something. It implies I understand it. I see what you're saying, but I don't agree. And notice all of that got nothing to do with me seeing it. It's to do with me hearing him and listening to what he's been telling me. So, look, Bob, I see what you're saying, but I don't agree. So often we use look as a way of drawing someone's attention to something we want to say. Look, I need to tell you something. Obviously, more really, we try and draw people's attention to something we want them to look at it. So, it's over there, look. Now, notice the way I said that. It's over there, look. Really, what I should have said was, look, it's over there. But you're going to hear both ways of saying that. This is an example of things you're going to hear where lots of us, even native speakers, we actually say it slightly back to front. Really, you should say, look, it's over there. The thing we're looking for, look, it's over there. But often you will hear people say, it's over there, look. It's over there, look. So we use the word look to draw people's attention to what you're trying to tell them. We could just have said, it's over there. And we're pointing, we're showing them where it is. But often you will hear people use the word, it's over there, look. Here's another example for this. See, you found it in the end. But I could also say, look, you found it in the end. Now in this case, I'm using look and see to draw your attention to what I think is the positive part of the fact that you found the thing you were looking for. So I can say, see, you found it in the end. That's a good thing, yeah? See, you found it in the end. Or I could say, look, you found it in the end. Look. So it's a way of me drawing your attention to the thing I want to tell you. Now, clearly it's more obvious when I use this next one. I can see you. Because I can. I can see you. Look at that. Look at that. I'm drawing your attention to it. Look at that. Do you see that? Now, if I say that one, do you see that? I'm asking you, not just to look in that direction. I'm asking you, can you see it? Like, can you perceive it? Do you see that? Look, over there. So, both cases, the look, I'm really asking you to draw your attention to something, but see, I'm asking really, have you seen it? Were you able to focus on that with your eye? Very similar, yeah? Probably the most surprising one in this, I think, is when we use, look, Bob, I see what you're saying, but I don't agree. Because we're not talking about anything either of us are looking at. We're talking about an argument or a point of view that we're discussing, something we're listening to. But yeah, there we are. So, there we go. Look and see, very similar. As you can see from this, we use look quite a lot. We look at things, we look for things. So I hope you find this one helpful. There are lots of examples of this. I think probably the strangest one is when you will hear people using look to draw your attention to something, whereas if we talk about see, is we're looking at more to emphasize the fact that you have seen it. So we're confirming that you have actually seen it. Yeah? Probably the only other way we might use it is like we did here. See, you found it in the end, or see, I told you, which again is just trying to reinforce that you have seen it, or you acknowledge that it's real. See, I told you he'd say that. It's real, because you've seen it, visually you see it, or in this case, you acknowledge that the event, the thing happened. See, I told you he'd say that. There we are. I hope that's not too confusing. Déjame saber en los comentarios. And until next time, from Medellin, cheerio for now.